And thank you so much for joining us. I am Cedric Bailey. It is now time for Sports in the Mix. Boy, we got a lot to talk about. We are halfway through the month of September, and it's time to talk with AGC, Andrea George Carrington. Hey, how you doing, Andrea? Are you doing okay? Oh, look at you.
I'm doing just fine. Hey, we the boys. Hey, we the boys. We the boys. Cowboys.
We talking football now? No, I'm not. I'm not gonna
We
be.
the boys. Hey.
I'm not gonna be negative. I'm not gonna say nothing negative. No shade. No nothing. You know. We'll talk
All
football
right.
later. Got your shades on and everything.
I told you to be ready. I told you I was coming for you if the Cowboys won, and we won. Now, how about that? It was a great game. You can't take it too. Raiders, y'all can't touch this. Y'all can't touch.
We play on Monday night.
Y'all play on Monday
We
night.
play on Monday night. So that's all I gotta say. We play on Monday night. But let's
Well,
go
you,
ahead and let's go ahead and get started because I'm just gonna chill. I'm not gonna be no hater. I'm not gonna be negative. I'm just gonna say congratulations. You got to win. Y'all are 1-1, and
yes, we are.
and I will say this: my fantasy football team field goal kicker is your guy Aubrey. That dude was hitting field goals all over the place. So
Yes, he was. Yes, he was.
if it wasn't for him,
We would not have won the game.
that's right. So congratulations to Cowboy fans. I'm not hating. I just want
Yeah.
to say congratulations. You got your first win, and
Yay.
you beat a team like the New York Giants. So congratulations. Okay.
Yes. The Giants played well. Russell Wilson played very well.
Over 400 yards of passing.
Yes.
So he was the old man
Yes.
still got it, you know.
Yes, he does.
But
Yes, he does.
he's on life support.
Really?
Yeah, because they're ready to put Jackson Dart in the game. If he can't get the job done, they got to put him in. This is the quarterback that came out of Ole Miss. They're willing to put him in the game. So,
Oh, okay.
but anyway, we're gonna go ahead and talk about WNBA. The W.
Okay.
You got you had a chance to go to the fan game on the appreciation night on Thursday night, and
Right.
y'all played the Phoenix Mercury.
Exactly.
Tell us how it went, because you had before the game even started, you had a chance to run into a legend,
Mm-hmm.
and that was Ann
And Meyer.
Drysdale. Yes.
Right. Right. Got a chance to run into her in the press room
Mhm.
before the game. Just, grew up in that era, class of 76, 70, 76, and 77, which was a class of, original basketball for women. So it was good to run in to her. She did so much. It's amazing that people recognize who you are, don't necessarily know who you are, but they recognize who you are and they get excited about seeing your face. And when I reminded her of how our association, she was just very excited. But it was good to see her. She's done a lot in her career. Nancy Lieberman was also there, so it was good to see all the old school there. The original divas of basketball were in the house, the class of 76, class of 77.
Wow.
And the experience was just more than you could even imagine. Uh, from the time I entered the plaza, they had music going. There was people set up in tents with different services and different foods and just lots of activity. There was a band inside of the arena in the concession area that was playing. Um, and of course, the mascot was everywhere. It was just, they had so much. They had t-shirts, Paige Bucker's t-shirts, for Paige for MV for Rookie of the Year, which she did win very next day. But they put on, I'll tell you what, they put on a show. whoever is in charge of the programming, the marketing director, whoever is over that department, they do an incredible job. And entertaining the families. That's the beauty. That was the beauty of it. It's just entertainment for the family.
Wow, that is great. So they rolled out the red carpet. They had I heard they had a gold card. What was they doing about this gold where you got a chance to win something special? What was that about?
Well, if you had a gold card, found the gold card under your seat, then the gold card was equivalent to like one gold card. This one gentleman won a trip to the 2026 WNBA All-Star Weekend.
Wow.
So the full package. And then another young lady, I believe it was, she won a full package to, like, I believe it was Florida, Destin, Florida, or something like that. I'm talking airfare. I mean, those gold cards were like of great value, things that people want to do but necessarily may not can afford to do. And that's what makes what they do so beautiful, because they do stuff that people like, and they do stuff that people want to do that maybe can't do, and you get excited about it. But stuff like that, there was all of the t-shirts and things like that left from the season. Of course, they threw those up into the crowd, and of course they gave them away to different organizations, and I'm sure they're going to have some signing events throughout the summer. But man, they just did it up. They did it up. Great job, Dallas Wings. Great job.
Wow. I'm glad to hear that they did that. Checking the box score, the Wings ended up winning the game 97-76. That was on last Thursday, and we look up and we see, of course, it was really basically a game for the Mercury. They just wanted to get the schedule done. But when we look at the Wings and see what's going on, Maddie Seegers had 10 points. Haley Jones finished the game with about 6 points. They played quite a bit of players.
They Wings did.
Yeah.
Everybody played.
Amy scored 20 points, and Isaiah James with 20 points. Paige hit 24 points.
Right. They were hot. I mean, they were hot. They were running. It's almost like, okay, they're ready now. They're ready to play now. But unfortunately, that was the last game of the season. But it was like they finally found combinations that clicked. Mm-hmm. Even the ones coming off the bench, they clicked. And I was like, okay, let's go. Let's play. I wish they could just keep playing right now in this state. Maisha's going to China. Amy's going to Turkey. I'm sure Lee is going probably to China. So they're all leaving the country to go play. That's what they have to do to make money for their career. I really hate that, because there's girls that were drafted like Paige. They'll get to play in the Unrivaled League, Nafisha Collier's league. They'll get to play in that league, but you're kind of drafted onto these teams and into that organization to play into this league. I would like to challenge Dallas. Let's get together and let's enter that Unrivaled League, so that our girls don't have to go overseas. Now, of course, they get paid for this, but I'm sure there's some investor out there that would love to be able to keep our girls here in the States and play in that Unrivaled League, because imagine a team with Isaiah and JJ and Maisha, and Maisha has to go play for her country because she's an international player. But even with and then Amy, of course, but just imagine if we had a platform here in Dallas where we could have that professional team that plays in our Unrivaled, because there are two more teams that just recently joined the Unrivaled League.
That's and who are they?
The names of the teams are not the same names as their professional teams.
I got you.
So, I don't know the names of those teams. I think one's the Comets, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
But those teams are put together by, I'm assuming investors that you drafted in, X amount of girls to play in this league. Well, I think that's an opportunity for Dallas as well
Wow.
because we have talent and we need to have our own team. But of course, we would have to pay those girls. I mean, I don't know exactly what they make, but that would be worth investing because I think that's how we'll be able to build a stable team in Dallas is having those girls play together in the summer. And I think Unrivaled is the best place to go. So if there's investors out there that want to move forward with this idea, call me.
All right. I like that. I got you. Well, listen, we got the standings up, and how can they reach you then, by the way, if they want to email you or contact you because you asked the question? How can they do that?
I can be reached at my email address is Andrea George Carrington at gmail.com. And then I have the fitkidscorporation.com. You can email me from there. I'm on all social network, Instagram, Twitter, X, Facebook, and also under the Fit Kids Corporation. So I'm all over social media, but I think that's a business model that can be put together for Dallas.
All right. So we got the brackets that we're going to share, but the bottom, who's going to get the number one pick? Is it going to be the Sky or is it the Dallas Wing?
Now, I can't remember. Do they do a lottery like the men?
That's a good question because I was wondering how they're going to be able to do that. But I think that's something we'll be able to look at. But right now, in Chicago, they beat us. I think we only beat them one time. So head to head, it would have to go to the Wings.
Okay, so we're tied with Chicago. Our record is identical. So it would be point spread. But look at that. 227, 227. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, how close of an identity can you possibly have with two teams? All across the board, everything is pretty much identical. But I believe Dallas Wings is going to get the number one pick because the teams of Chicago has beat them more than we beat them.
Okay, I got you. So let's talk about the first round, the matchup, the Valkyries taking on the Golden State Valkyries and the Minnesota Lynx. And looks like the Lynx won game one earlier today.
Yeah, 72-101. My poor Valkyries. They played their hearts out, but you know what? The Minnesota Lynx, man, they are just some straight up dogs. I mean, they played lights out today. They played defensively. We're talking 72-101. Dejanay Carrington was back. She hit 3 threes in a row, and you know what she brings to the game defensively. So they're just ready. They're going all the way. I hope the Valkyries put up a bigger fight next game. Now that they've already played them several times, but they'll get one. I believe they'll get one. But
all right, the next game is going to be on Wednesday, and that will be in California at the Valkyries. At least their fans will get one game.
Yeah,
and then they'll come back on Friday if necessary. If Minnesota take care of business, I think Golden State's gonna lay it on out, but I'm gonna go with Minnesota to win this series. How about you?
Yeah, I think that we'll win this series, but they're gonna have to win it in game 3 because when they go into Valhalla to that arena, it's hard to win in that arena.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think that, being that this is the Valkyries' very first time being in the league, and being in the playoffs for the very first time, they're going to show out. This might be the game I need to go to. But I think they might get that game. I see that being like maybe an overtime type situation, and the Valkyries get the win at home, but then Minnesota wins it at home.
All right. the series between the Las Vegas Aces and the Seattle Storm, and boy, Seattle boy, they showed out. You know what I mean? They just showed out. They showed out to get in. They was fighting because the Sparks was trying to get in, but they had a player that came off the bench and was hitting threes and just took them in. And so they ended up getting the 7th seed, and they play the Aces on Sunday night. But who you got going on that series?
Okay, they play tonight at 9 p.m. So you know, the way the Storm is playing right now, and I'm going to give it to the Storm.
Really?
Yes.
You think they're gonna win? You think they're gonna win the overall series? I'm going with the Aces. That's what I'm going with.
I don't think they'll win the overall series, but we'll see. Where are they tonight?
Okay, they're in Las Vegas.
No, they're in Vegas.
And then on Tuesday they'll be in Seattle, and then Thursday, if necessary, they'll be back in Las Vegas.
I'm gonna give them the home game.
Okay.
I'm not gonna give them. No, not tonight. Not in Vegas. The first game of the playoffs. I think I'm gonna give Vegas that series as well, but it's not gonna be easy. I can tell you that.
All right. Next series, Atlanta Dream and the Indiana Fever. The Dream won the first game 1 in Atlanta, 80-68.
80-68. I do not know what happened with the Dream, with the Fever, but the Dream they just went to work. Alicia Gray, Brittany Griner, and all those girls. I don't think they don't have anybody on the injury list right now, so everybody's playing. You know, it's right now. Everybody's 0-0. Well, you know, 1-0 or 1-1 or whatever the case might be. But they're starting over right now, so it doesn't matter what you did over the season last week. Is what you do today moving forward. And I think that's why we saw the Dream come out, and, you know, they're number 2 for a reason. So I have them all the way in this series.
Okay. So you're going to go with the Dream all the way?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. All the way.
Okay. So we'll see about that one. I got about 60 seconds to wrap up on this next one. The Liberty beat the Mercury 76-69. Who you got in that series?
The Liberty beat the Mercury. I know the Liberty had to fight. That was an overtime game. And the Liberty had to, Alyssa Thomas, she missed that easy layup right there on the buzzer.
Wow.
So the Liberty had to come back to win that game. But, geez, that's going to be another good, you know, I'm going to give it to Phoenix.
Okay.
I'm going to get to Phoenix.
Because
the Liberty struggled. They struggled today. They fought back, but I don't know that they can do that every single game.
All right. Hey, listen, folks, that's going to wrap up segment 1, Sports in the Mix with the Crew. AGC, Andrea, George, Carrington is all on fire because the Dallas Cowboys won today. And we're talking about the WNBA and what to expect. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we got more. So keep it right here on Sports in the Mix with the Crew. Put your shades back on so we can see you. Go on, put them on. Up here with all these toys and stuff. Boy, you better get it out, because, you know, I'm going to send a bucket of ice over their house and you're going to be just sitting there on it. Yeah, go on, put them on. Hey, we'll be right back. Keep it here on the BGC Sports Network.